music and other arts have always very, very different relations with it. Of course, we can compare many pieces of Beethoven with architecture, but this building is standing there. As you see it, maybe we can walk to the building, but it's something fixed. It's the same with the painting; it's something fixed. Music is by its nature it's floating. It's happening through time. So the art form closest, I think, to music is poetry and text recited. And there, I'm not so interested actually in my thoughts about how Beethoven scores could be translated or mirrored in other artworks. I'm more interested in what inspired Beethoven to write his pieces. And there we know for sure that he was very, very much inspired by literature. There were, even in the beginning of the 20th century, some musicologists like Arnold Schering, who wrote many books about Beethoven und die Dichtung, where he really discovered, between brackets, but because it was his own discovery, we're not sure that it's true, that, for instance, the fourth Beethoven piano concerto was based on the tragedy by Euripides, Iphigenia in Aulis. There are other, like the Opus 110 Sonata was based on Maria Stuart von Schiller. So it's very possible that Beethoven went to the theater in Vienna and came back with an idea about the conception of a piece, and even, according to Schering, to some spoken words that gave birth to melodies and to harmonies. We have some traces still left of this procedure. For instance, in the Sixth Symphony, in the Pastorale, we have these titles on the top of the movements. The famous Tempest Sonata, Opus 31, number 2, could be inspired by Shakespeare, but we are not sure if it's that sonata or the Opus 57, the Appassionata, because Schiller, his lifelong friend, wrote that Beethoven said, read once the Tempest, when I'm writing this sonata, now read once the Tempest, it's going about that. So there are some traces of that procedure, but I think that it went very far, that the inspiration of his music didn't come purely in an abstract way from a musical side. It was inspired by extra musical things. And he was not the first one.